Hello everyone. A very warm welcome to all fellow educators and teachers. My name is Ivana Damanik and I am a graduate student at Universitas Indraprasta PGRI. Today, I am excited to share a presentation titled Using Social Media to Boost EFL Learning, Effective Tips and Practical Strategies for Enhancing English Mastery in the Digital Age. As English teachers, we all notice the same trend every day. Our students are attached to their smartphones, scrolling through Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube. Instead of fighting against this digital habit, what if we transform these social platforms into powerful, authentic language learning tools? In these presentations, we will explore practical step-by-step strategies that you can apply directly in your classrooms. Let's dive in. To start, let's reflect on how English foreign language teaching has evolved over the years. Traditionally, English learning relied almost entirely on textbooks, grammar translation, and formal classroom drills. While these foundation skills are necessary, traditional settings often restrict language practice to just 2 or 3 hours of class time per week. Today, we are witnessing a major shift toward digital social media environments. Social media offers continuous, authentic, and interactive language exposure. Students don't just read about English in a book, they experience real English used by real people in real time. Now, let's address the key questions. Why should we bring social media into EFL pedagogy? Let's look at the left column of our slide, which is a traditional classroom barriers. First, students don't have many chances to hear real English. Outside the classroom, they rarely get to use the language. Second, many students feel nervous speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes in front of their friends. And third, textbooks are often outdated and don't include the modern slang and expressions that people use today. Now, look at the right column, the social media advantage. Social media helps students practice English all the time. More importantly, it makes it easier to join in without pressure. Writing a comment or sending a quick message is much less scary than speaking in front of the whole class. Think of a shy student asked to give a 1 minute speech in class. They might get very nervous and stop talking. But if you ask that same students to record a 30 seconds video at home, they can try as many times as they need until they feel ready. This will help them to relax and become speaker, more confident speakers. Let's look at the three main benefits of using social media for learning English. The first one is a real life English. Students hear how people really speak, including different accents, natural speeds, and the new words or phrases people use every day. Second one is active participations or engagement. So students stop just listening and start joining in. They can give a comment, vote on polls, or record videos to practice speaking. The third one is learning for fun. Students can take control of their own learning by studying English topics they are already interested in, like their favorite hobbies. The next slide is about four core language skills. So this slide shows how different apps can help students practice four important skills, which is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. For listening, we can use YouTube, podcasts, and Spotify. So our students can watch videos or listen to clips to learn how words sound. For speaking, we can use TikTok and Instagram Reels. Students can record the videos or talk with others to get better at speaking. For reading skills, we can use X or previously Twitter, Medium, and Threads. These are great apps for reading short news or posts to learn new words. And for writing skill, we can use WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram. So students can write messages to practice writing sentences every day. Let's take a closer look at improving listening skills through audiovisual learning. YouTube and podcasts are great places to practice listening. However, just listening is not enough. We need to teach students how to listen actively. Here are two simple, effective ways. The first one is the shadowing method. So students listen to a native speaker, pause the video every 10 seconds, and then repeat exactly what they heard uh, and copying the rhythm and tone. This will help students to learn how to speak more naturally. The second one is using subtitles. We suggest our students to watch videos with English subtitles to match what they hear with what they see. When they feel more confident, they can turn the subtitles off to practice listening without help. Now let's look at the short form learning using TikTok and Instagram. Young students love short and visual videos. We can use these videos for quick lessons instead of just seeing them as a distraction. We can teach them a daily vocabulary. So students can watch creators who explains one new word or phrase in less than 30 seconds. It can also help them to practice speaking. So students can use features on TikTok, for example, like duet features, to have to pretend like they have a conversations with a person in a video. They stitch a video and pretend like having a conversation. That's a duet features. And then video flashcards. Students can help students can save helpful videos into folders to review them later in the week. Now let's look at the next slide, which is an interactive apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, and X. These apps are great for creating a small group. Students can practice talking every day without feeling scared or worried about the grades. In WhatsApp or Telegram, you can try a voice message. So you ask your student to speak for 1 minute about a daily topic, and it can also teach them to help each other. So every time the students share a short text, they can help each other for they can help to fix each other mistakes on their text. On X or Twitter, short posts help students explain big ideas using only a few words. Students can join global conversation using popular hashtags. To make sure social media just to make sure social media helps students learn, we must teach them how to use it the right way. Mindless scrolling just wastes time. So here are 4 simple steps to teach your students. The first one is to set a clear goals. Help your students to decide what they want to learn instead of just scrolling for fun. The second one is to clean up their feed. Help our students to follow English learning channels or news sites like BBC or CNN and muting accounts that are distracting. The third one is to use the 15 minutes rules. It is better to study a little bit every day. Tell them to spend just 15 minutes a day on English social media because this works better than studying for 3 hours once a week. And then the last one is to keep a learning notebook like a journal. So ask your students to write down 3 new words or a short summary of a video they watch each day. Using social media has a lot of benefits, but it is also has a real challenges. As teachers, we need to handle these issues because the first challenge is casual versus formal language. Students often pick up slang or short forms of words. For example, like using letter U to represent or to say you. So they shorten the words. The solutions of this challenge is to teach our students the difference between casual chatting on social media and formal writing for school. Second challenge is staying focused. Too much scrolling can be distracting. So the solution is Encourage our students to use app timers like 20 minutes a day and turn off notifications while they study. The third challenge is to stay safe, staying safe online. The solution is to show our students how to use the privacy settings and set a clear rules for being kind and respectful online. As we come to the end of my presentation, let's look at the main points. Social media helps students use English in real life, not just in the classroom. Using these tools helps in three big ways. The first one is skill building. Students practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing all at once. And then the second one is a real English. So students learn how people actually speak instead of just following textbook rules. And then the last one is a daily habit. English becomes a fun daily habit instead of a boring school task. With the right plan, social media turns screen time into valuable learning time. I would like to close my presentations today with a thought that guides my teaching philosophy. Social media is not just entertainment, it is a powerful doorway to authentic English language mastery. So that's all my presentations for today. Happy teaching and have a wonderful day. May God bless us.